first batch of visitors this afternoon. He says he wants to look at the June 4th incident from different angles instead of just listening to the official version. Others insisted on coming here on the first day, citing concerns that the owner's corporation of the building is suing the museum for hosting exhibitions here.
A lot of landowner association tried to stop it. So before they may have a chance to close it, that's why I come here to see it.
Organizers say running the museum costs about $800,000 a year. They estimate that admission fees can cover half of that. The rest will come from the sale of souvenirs and donations. This bookshelf here holds more than 100 publications on the June 4th incident, a topic that's centered on the mainland. Though the books are not for lending, visitors can always give them a read while they're here. The Alliance has adopted crowd control measures, allowing only 20 visitors inside the building every 15 minutes. And a group that's against the Alliance marked the opening by staging a protest today. Vicky Kong, TVB News.
Secretary for Security Lai Tong-kwok has called on the public to be more accepting of mainland visitors. This follows the emergence of a video showing a mainland kid urinating on a busy street in Mongkok. Rachel Leung has more.
An online campaign calling on mainland parents to have their children urinate on the streets of Hong Kong during the Labor Day holiday has sparked controversy. This follows anger over a video that's gone viral on social media, showing scuffles between a man who filmed a toddler urinating publicly in Mongkok recently and the kid's mainland parents. Some in Hong Kong have proposed a counter-campaign, taking photographs of mainlanders answering nature's call in public places. It's yet another example of rising cross-border tensions. Secretary for Security Lai Tong-kwok said it's hard to avoid such conflicts because of the rising number of visitors in Hong Kong. He called for calm and understanding of cultural differences.
The most important thing is how we handle these cases. With care, with understanding, and that's important. Because no one can really say that a visitor knows well of what the place he is in, what are the rules, what are the habits, how do people feel. It's really difficult because they just come here for a few days.
From a public hygiene point of view, Secretary for Food and Health Ko Wing-man said urinating and defecating in public is illegal. Ko said authorities won't be able to monitor people everywhere at all times, but if law enforcement officers catch that happening, they will take action. Under the Public Cleansing and Prevention of Nuisances regulation, guardians of children under age 12 face a $2,000 fine if they allow the child to obey the call of nature in any public street. Rachel Ling, TVB News.
An 86-year-old driver has been arrested in connection with a traffic accident in Ho Man Tin. At around 11 this morning, the elderly driver was parking his car on Victory Avenue when it ran onto the pavement. The vehicle knocked down a 40-year-old female pedestrian. It also hit another car parked behind. The woman was treated at the scene before taken to hospital. The driver was arrested on suspicion of dangerous driving causing grievous bodily harm.
Next, mass protests in Taiwan today against the construction of the island's fourth nuclear power plant. Anti-nuclear demonstrators made their presence felt on this 28th anniversary of the Chernobyl disaster. A 7-kilometer protest run was held in the morning outside the presidential palace in Taipei. Protesters also want the other 3 nuclear plants in Taiwan to cease operations. Some even dressed up as mutants in a more light-hearted display of radiation concerns somewhere. Later in the day, Ketagalan Boulevard was taken over by crowds who plan to occupy the road indefinitely. A protest march is planned for tomorrow, and anti-nuclear groups are threatening to take more aggressive action if their demands are not met. 4 research ships left Japan this morning to begin their annual whale hunt along the country's northern coast. It is the first research whaling expedition since last month's ruling by the International Court of Justice, which ordered Japan to suspend its Antarctic whaling program because it was not scientific, as Tokyo had argued. The only way Japan could continue its hunt for minke whales is by lowering its quota from 60 to 51 this year. Security was tight for the whale hunt departure in anticipation of protests by anti-whaling demonstrators. Japan's annual spring hunt for whales will continue until early June.
Flash floods in northern and western Afghanistan have killed more than 100 people and left thousands homeless. A multitude of homes were engulfed by floodwaters in 4 different provinces, triggered by 3 days of heavy rain. Authorities were seen scrambling to help survivors in the remote regions. Afghan army helicopters were deployed to fly survivors to safety. In the worst affected area of Jowzjan, more than 5,000 people have been displaced and medicine and drinking water are running short. The FBI is asking for international help to find victims of a suspected child predator who committed suicide last month. American William Vahi had worked at 10 international schools around the world over 4 decades. Vahi killed himself just days after U.S. authorities filed for a warrant to search his computer thumb drive, which is said to contain pornographic images of at least 90 boys aged 12 to 14.
Without a doubt, this is certainly one of the most prolific suspected sexual predators that we've seen, given the numbers of children, potential victims, his position of trust, and so forth, and some of the allegations and the methods that are being alleged that he may have employed while committing these crimes. This is, definitely a difficult case for us to work. Just because the suspect chose to not face justice doesn't mean the FBI is going to stop seeking justice.
All right, Chris, over to you for sports.
Is Ryan Giggs the guy?
He sure is.
All right. Manchester United stalwart Ryan Giggs met with the media for the first time since taking over as interim manager after David Moyes' sacking. Giggs, who has spent nearly a quarter of a century at the club as a player, said he was both proud and nervous about his new role. Jameson Wong has more.
I've just given myself a 5-year contract.
There were moments of levity in a week filled with everything but. And after the laughs, Giggs on his new gig.
I would just like to go on record to thank David for giving me my first chance in coaching. It's something that I'll always remember. When he rang me in the summer and asked me to come on board at Manchester United, obviously I was still playing, but he gave me the opportunity for my first coaching role.
The 40-year-old Welshman will manage the final 4 Premier League games, starting with tonight's match against Norwich City.
I want the players to play with passion, speed, tempo, be brave, imagination, all the things that I expect of a Manchester United player. Work hard, but most of all enjoy it, because as a player, if I know that I'm enjoying the game, I can express myself a lot more. And
Giggs said one of his priorities is to guarantee a Europa League spot for United next season. Yes, times have changed at Old Trafford. Jameson Wong, TVB News.
In other football news, former Barcelona manager Tito Vilanova has died after a long battle with cancer. He was 45. Vilanova stepped down as the Catalans' boss last July. In his sole season in charge, he led the side to the Spanish title. Barca won the league with a record-tying 100 points. Vilanova was also a former Barcelona youth team player. The club announced it has set up an area for fans to offer their condolences in the main grandstand at the Nou Camp. Much-needed win for the Houston Rockets in their Western Conference playoff series with the Portland Trail Blazers. James Harden scored 37 points, while Dwight Howard had 24 points, also 14 rebounds. Jeremy Lin chipped in with 13 points off the bench. The rookie Troy Daniels hit the biggest shot of the game. His three-pointer with 12 seconds left in overtime clinched it for Houston. The final, 121-116. The Blazers still lead the series 2-1.
And that's the news for tonight. Thanks for watching.
Good night.
God is a mean kid with a magnifying glass. I'm a victim. I'm not okay with a mediocre life!
You've been doing a lot of complaining about me.
Who are you?
I'm God. In a way, I brought you here to offer you a job. My job. Having fun?
If you were endowed with the power of God, how would you use it?
My new co-anchor may need a glass of water.
Jim Carrey in Bruce Almighty, tonight on Pearl's Weekend Blockbuster.
Trust me. Can't you see I'm trying to help you?
Steven has been acting as a double agent to help us stay one step ahead of Jedediah.
You're supposed to be our inside man.
And you're supposed to help me protect my cover. This place is falling apart without John. I have been protecting us for months.
I'm your mother. We need to pack.
Hold it! The Tomorrow People, Tuesday night at 10:40 on Pearl. Sun Life Financial presents The Weather Report is brought to you by Sun Life Financial.
Good evening. It was cloudy with a few showers today. A trough of low pressure brought cloudy and rainy weather to Guangdong. Up to 5 p.m., temperatures range from 22 to 24.9 degrees. 2.7 millimeters of rain has been recorded since midnight. The current temperature is now standing at 23 degrees Celsius and the relative humidity is 82%. So, Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow?
Oh.
Cloudy with a few showers again tomorrow. Temperatures will range from 22 to 25 degrees. Expect bright periods on Monday, then rain again in the following few days. Tomorrow morning's air quality health index will range from low to moderate, and the maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 5. And now to the latest global weather update. Showers in Shanghai, Taipei, and Xiamen. Rain in Guangzhou, cloudy in Chengdu. Cloudy in Beijing, rain in Seoul, sunny in Tokyo. Bright in Bangkok, thunderstorms in Manila. Showers in Kuala Lumpur and Jakarta, thunderstorms in Singapore. Thunderstorms in New Delhi, sunny in Karachi, bright in Mumbai. Sunny in Cairo, bright in Nairobi. Showers in Brisbane, Sydney, and bright in Auckland. Sunny in Toronto and New York. Bright in Vancouver, sunny in San Francisco and Los Angeles. Showers in London, Amsterdam, Frankfurt, and Zurich. Thunderstorms in Paris. And that's the weather. Good night.
It was brought to you by Sun Life Financial. Life's brighter under the sun.
What happened?
They can trust you?
What do you know?
Everything.
There was one cop who could have helped out.
What's in it for me?
I'm looking for TT.
I'm gonna blow your head clean off.
Wednesday, Chicago Fire at 10:40 on Pearl. 18 new home chefs walk into the MasterChef kitchen for the first time.
You have arrived.
But who will be the first to leave their apron behind?
This is like a serious competition. I'm being very serious about this. That profiterole roll doesn't sound serious to me. No begging.
Thursday and Friday, MasterChef at 8:30 on Pearl. Meet Stig Severinsen. Stig is no ordinary human being. He's in Arctic cold Greenland, attempting to set 2 freediving world records under 1 million tons of ice. Monday, The Man Who Doesn't Breathe at 9:35 on Pearl.